Okay, sweepies. Today's date is 6/29/2013, and the time is 3:12 p.m. And my name is Leslie Williams. Now, when I make my videos, when I start to make my video, check this out. Don't stop watching this video, because I guarantee you will be glad you did continue to watch it once it starts gaining momentum. Hang on here, I gotta prop it up so I can get my hands free so I can eat some snacks while I'm talking to you. Uh-oh, hang on. It's a new camera, so I got this, the record button is very sensitive. Alright, can you see me okay? What's happening? I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. And, I think it was about 2.5, 3 months ago, I made my first comedy video. And, I want to say that I'm begging you to make sure that you please make sure that you stay with this video, because this video is going to have some comical moments. But this video is about organized stalking, which is also termed as gang stalking. And organized stalking and gang stalking can be extensively researched as long as you take an honest investigative posture in order to be able to. And what I mean by that is that I'm aware that most people don't have time nowadays to you know, take time out of their schedule to investigate something that's not affecting them. But, you know, the reason why I make kind of statements that I do in my videos concerning, like, this is the most important video you might ever watch, or if you have children or elderly, or, you know, if you have children, or if you have you know, small children, or if you have young adult children that are getting ready to go to college or university, or if you have elderly parents, or if you have a single son or daughter, I suggest you watch this video, because and watch all my videos, as many as you possibly can, because there are things that are going on in the hood that are going on right underneath your nose. Okay, literally, and they went on underneath my nose, and that's how they were able to infiltrate my life in a separate state. I'm in California right now. I'm in San Diego, and I was not born in Michigan, but I was raised in Michigan. Organized stalking and gang stalking is happening in every single state in the United States at this time, and there are hundreds of thousands of documented targets right now of this crime. Yes, that have called the National Victims Hotline, and a survey was done, and people reporting being stalked and harassed by 3 or more people we're filing reports. Now, I think this is this statistical analysis was more than likely, I think, done over the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, that targeted individuals like me, I'll just put it to you this way. In fact, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and just stay with me. Trust me. I'm going to put that thought aside for a second and talk to you about something else. Organized stalking, and or which you can also call gang stalking. So if I say gang stalking or organized stalking, gang stalking and organized stalking are the same exact crime, literally. Okay. But I'm going to probably interchange the term in this video, and which is what I have in other videos as well. But the point I'm trying to make is that targeted individuals, this crime has gotten so rampant that it's been covered on Coast to Coast with George Norrie. Okay. Now, some of the Coast to Coast shows are about unidentified flying objects, and some can be about things that would not interest you at all, and might even seem science fiction. Make no mistake about it, though, there are quite a bit of George Norrie shows, Coast to Coast, that are very, 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 very informative, and the information that has been broadcasted on their radio show in reference to organized stalking and gang stalking is you know, it's a good idea to type in at YouTube gang stalking or organized stalking and Coast to Coast, or electronic harassment and Coast to Coast, because electronic harassment and gang stalking are pretty much always combined in reference to how the electronic harassment is always more than, like, I'd say at least 98% of all targeted individuals are also target of electronic harassment, and more than likely as well remote neural monitoring. Now, I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm trying to get myself adjusted here because I gotta I'm hiking in California. I'm in San Diego County. I'm saving for a mobile home, which I might not even buy in this state. I'm thinking about, actually, if you want to know the truth, I'm thinking about going to Alaska. I've wanted to go to Alaska my whole entire life. I'm thinking about saving enough money, going there, renting a room, and maybe try and see if I can find a part-time job. I don't know if gang stalking is going on in Alaska, but I do know, though, that when a target, when a targeted individual, no matter who it is, moves from one state to the next, the syndicate that was having them gang stalked in the state the target was in, as a result of monitoring all their communications, their cell phone, their landline, their computer, even at libraries, okay, even at universities, okay, they're aware that the target is preparing to leave. Also through the physical surveillance, they're obviously aware that a target is preparing to leave if they're going to a Greyhound or Amtrak, okay. Now the whole goal in these expeditions is about racketeering, human trafficking. Non-consensual human experimentation can be an aspect of this, because you don't have to be in a hospital to be a target of non-consensual human experimentation because of the technological resources that are being utilized against the target. Okay, now you can go, I'm going to spit out to you some websites that you can go to in order to be able to, and some information that you can type in on the internet in order for you to be able to try to make sense of these crimes, so you can understand that right now in real time, hundreds of thousands of Americans, including their parents, targets' parents, children, pets, are all targeted, okay, and monitored and watched, because they want to make sure that when they flag and take a target for whatever reason, that the target has no help from parents, siblings, friends, spouse, significant other, anybody, okay. And basically what they do, because a lot of targeted individuals, in fact most targeted individuals, end up becoming either non-active or active whistleblowers because of what's happened to them and how it was allowed by the system, okay. Now you can go to let's see, surveillance, you can go to survallanceissues.com, okay, and thoroughly and meticulously research every single thing that is on their webpage. You're going to need it, okay, if you decide to. And I'm sorry I'm eating, but I've been working all day and I'm hungry. But if you decide to take an investigative posture concerning these criminalities, because these criminalities are infested in every state in the United States and every city and town in the United States. I don't know about Alaska or Hawaii, though. I think it is going on in Hawaii. Now, all targets are saying the same thing, that the police are involved, that it highly appears that judges and lawyers can be involved. Now, you can go to Google and type in GangStalking Tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of a manager of gang stalking crews, and this is not stalking by gangs, even though what it is it's organized crime in the system. But some of these individual syndicated members in the system have the ability to influence, intimidate, bribe, or collude with gang members if they need to. Okay? Now, if you read this, go to this manifesto and print it out and keep it if you decide to continue to investigate these crimes. Now, anyways, go to survallanceissues.com, okay? Go to YouTube and type in John Hall Satellite Terrorism and listen to every single one of his videos, and also Google him as well, because some of his videos cannot be immediately found by going to YouTube and typing. You got to go to Google, because he was just interviewed on Coast to Coast in January 2013. There's some great information concerning some of the coverage that I missed it myself, but I watched a segment of it on the internet. Let's see what else. Go to UnitedTargetedIndividualsEurope.com, because the technology that is used against organized stalking, gang stalking targets is being shared with other governments, and Interpol is protecting it. Okay? So you can go to YouTube and type that in, and Google and type that in. UnitedTargetedIndividualsEurope.com. Go to Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance. Look at everything on their webpage, including the bottom of the very, very bottom of their homepage. Now, some people have emailed me and some people have blogged about this, that it's possible that that organization is either infiltrated or a front group. I don't know, but I do know I really don't want to have anything to do with them, because I had a phone call with the president of that organization. I called him in Connecticut, and he told me that you had to be very careful about who you trust, and that he even suspected that that his organization is being infiltrated. Okay, so when we look at the factual realities of these expeditions, if they'll engage in intimate infiltration, where they try to put if you're a man and you're a target, they'll try to put a woman in his life. If you're a woman and you're a target, they'll try to put a man in that woman's life. My ex-husband was an intimate infiltration. Had no idea whatsoever. I didn't even know anything about gang stalking. The point I'm trying to make is that targeted individuals of gang stalking are literally tortured, raped, sexually exploited, human trafficked, treated like straw people, and the system perpetrates this crime and protects it. And guess what they do to targeted individuals, any targeted individual, which would include me? They try to call us paranoid schizophrenic, or bipolar, or delusional, or schizoaffective, or dementia, any mental disorder or diagnosis that they can give you in order to be able to discredit your mental faculties, in order to discredit you because of what you're claiming is happening to you, even though what's happening to you is the absolute truth. In organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, all you gotta do is take a look at the manifesto. How they can get anybody in the community, they're called pawns in the manifesto, to engage in harassment of a target in specific ways as a result of the manager soliciting these people to do so as a result of that person. And one target can have multiple managers. Okay? So, when you look at it this way, what's going on here is that you got individuals in the system that's got white and blue collar employment descriptions, and the stuff is also going on at the federal level as well. Now, if you went to YouTube and typed in Ted Gunderson, he was the ex-head of the FBI in the Los Angeles area. He was gang stalked, and then all of a sudden he dies. Okay, so that tells me he was whistleblowing about some stuff in the federal government. Okay, and he literally even states it on his YouTube videos that he was gang stalked. Okay, had his home broken into, things moved around and put back in different places than they were originally at. And so when you investigate organized stalking and gang stalking, you'll clearly be able to see that creating homelessness of targets is all over the internet in reference to that being one of the main motivations of a target, is to create homelessness. Now, they're involved in racketeering, human trafficking, identity theft, insurance fraud, co-opting people's finances, putting them in syndicated run group homes by calling them crazy because they're complaining about being gang stalked. Okay? And if they get smart and realize that there's no use of going to the police and don't go to the hospital for help, because they have syndicated doctors and syndicated police officers. And if that don't work, they'll stage it in reference to if they see you're not calling the police, or if you're not going into the hospital to get help if they're breaking you down. What they'll do is that they'll stage events. Okay, even with witnesses, and they'll use the business community or a university, a college, a high school, of any business, any public library. They will use any place and anybody because it's organized crime in the system that has tentacles out within the community in a very far reach in reference to how they basically, what they do is they use at least two known law enforcement tools. One is called the offenders notification, and one is called the community notification. The syndicate members who have access to these law enforcement tools basically create what is known as bogus investigation files. They will flag and tag a target, put them on the community notification or the offenders notification or both, and then solicit and then create a bogus and criminal investigation file. And they'll basically either call somebody, like if me or any other target, like say, is going to a church to even just get a Bible or to get any kind of help, they're contacted and they're told, and what it is, excuse me, and as a result of the surveillance and the surveillance of our cell phones, they know who we're calling and where we're going physically. Okay, and basically what they do, as a result of tracking us, they can see where we're going or who we're calling, even using payphones. Okay, in the community. Okay, because you gotta remember, we're also being physically surveilled as well. Now, the only way you're going to be able to see that every statement I make in this video is the absolute truth is to Google each description I state and cross-reference it to either organized stalking and or gang stalking. Okay? And so basically what they do is that whenever they see a target is stationary, like where I'm at right now, they literally have people get on the sidewalk and go by and literally say gang stalking. Literally. And then periodically they'll say it along with, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Okay? Now, if I, that's how I'm harassed here. Or they'll have people walk by and gaslight me with physical gestures, which is nothing but sensitization methods of organized stalking expeditions. Okay? Then when I'm out and about in the community, they have people all get around me everywhere I go and say, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk, weird, crazy, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, crazy, gang stalk. Okay? And other names. And so what I do is every morning before I leave this area, I show a picture of my cell phone, just like I showed you a picture of my cell phone at the beginning of this video. And I'll show you the date and time and the video predictions that I make. And in these video predictions, after showing you a picture of my cell phone, which shows the date and time, I state that I state at least, let's see if I hear gang stalking or oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, or gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, weird, crazy, gang stalk, oh my god, sent along any or every of my routes, especially throughout the whole time duration of my routes. And if it's said, it'll be caught on this digital tape recorder. And since this digital tape recorder is running by the same date, but if it's caught at a later time, it'll show that I was stalked from this place in order for them to put the crafted harassment around me for me to experience. It's their way to remind me that I'm a target of a crime by getting around me and literally having the audacity to constantly repeat the name of it. And I experience it everywhere I go, and right now I have over 600 audio files proving this matter. Literally. Now, so, and that's done to keep you in a traumatized psychological effect and in a constant neural mental loop in reference to trying to keep you mentally preoccupied with the fact that you're a target of this crime by constantly getting around me and repeating the name of it. So, let's see how the San Diego City Attorney's Office handles the SDSU arrest in reference to, there was a staged, I went to SDSU on February 1st, 2013, minding my own business. I went there after running around all day because February 1st, I got paid on February 1st. I'm Social Security disability. And so payday in that month fell on the 1st. Okay? Because the 3rd fell on a Sunday. Okay, it either fell on a Sunday. It must have fell on it either fell on a Sunday or a Saturday. So whenever the 2nd or 3rd falls on a Saturday or Sunday, you'll get paid on the 1st, which was, I believe it was Friday, February 1st. It doesn't matter. I got paid on February 1st, 2013. And I was running around all day. And so the very last place I was going to go to was I was going to go to SDSU, watch a movie, and then leave and go home. Okay? So I got to SDSU, and I locked up my bike. Okay? And I literally, as I was locking up my bike, once I locked it up, and on my way to the bike rack, I said, let's see if I hear gang stalking set around me on this campus today. Then, after I locked up the bike, I said, let's see if anything happens in here today. And I probably also said, let's see if I hear gang stalking. Okay? I then left where I locked up my bike at and walked about 20 feet to the library door, the Love Library. I then went to the elevator, pressed the B button to go down to the basement in the media room to watch a movie. I then, because I had bought my own movie, and I was really looking forward to watching it, even though I accidentally bought a Blu-ray disc. Didn't know it. I thought it was just a DVD, so I wouldn't have been able to watch it anyways. But here's the thing. So I go and I enter the media room, and I didn't need to check out headphones because I brought my own with me, and I brought my own movie with me, so I didn't even need to approach the counter. So I went and sat down to use one of their VCRs. And I made a statement along the lines, let's see if the DVD won't play, because on occasion when I went to the media center, their DVD players have acted up, and I've had to switch back and forth, up and down, from DVD player to DVD player. Hang on a second. So what I did was I sat down, and I I started opening up the movie because it was still in its cellophane. I bought it from Best Buy like 2 days before or the day before, and then I took the DVD out, even though it was a Blu-ray disc and didn't know it, and I put it in the DVD player, turned it on, and it wouldn't play. And as soon as I did that, an individual, I felt a presence right next to me. So I turned, and a guy was literally this close to my face, bending over with his hands on his legs, bending over towards me, and he says, "Do you mind if I check your bag?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Do you mind if I check your bag?" I go, "Who are you?" He goes, "That's not important." I go, "Do you mind if I check your bag for weapons?" I go, "What?" I go, "Who are you?" I go, are you an employee? Are you campus safety, or are you an employee or something?" He goes, "No, I'm just a student." And I said, "Well, what are you talking about?" He goes, "I want to be able to he goes, "I want to check your bag for weapons." I said, I go, "No." I go, "Get away from me, please." And he goes, "Well, if you don't let me check your bags, I'm going to call campus safety." And I said, "Well, maybe you better, because if you don't stop bothering me, I'm going to." Okay, and he kept asking me. He wouldn't stop asking me. So I reached my head over the media booth, and I said, "There's a guy over here." I said, "There's some freak over here, and he's messing with me," because I was frustrated. I couldn't get the DVD player to work. Okay, plus he was bothering me and wouldn't leave me alone. Plus I had just got done running around all day long, okay, to multiple different places. I was tired by the time I got to SDSU, okay, and you wouldn't believe how many times I have been harassed, and major incidences have happened on payday, because they know on payday I run around all day, which means they know I'm tired physically. And on a lot of paydays, when I've experienced incidences, I've also done laundry on paydays as well, because the bank I was going to at that time was very close to the laundromat I was using in those calendar months. So anyways, to make a long story short, I said, "Look," so he kept threatening to call campus safety. I said, I even offered to let him use my phone. I said, "Look," I'm not letting you check my bag. If you don't leave me alone, okay, I'm going to call campus safety. He goes, "Well, no, that's okay, I'll do it." And I said, "Well, do you want to use my phone? Otherwise, leave me alone." Okay, and I even said there's a phone over there on the counter that he can call. So then he leaves. Okay, so after he left, I tried to still get the DVD player to work, not realizing yet that it was Blu-ray disc. I didn't realize that until the next day. And so then I got up to go use a different DVD player, because I just figured that something was wrong again with the DVD players, because I've had to move from booth to booth to booth before. Now I want to say something here. There was a homeless guy watching a movie in a media booth, 2 media booths over from where I was at. Yeah. So anyways, I got up and I went over to another media booth, and I tried to play it, and I couldn't get it to play, right? So then I thought, well, something's wrong here. This is just not working out. I'm going to get up and check out a movie. So I got up, and then as I got up to go over to walk to the shelves to look at the movies, the one of the employees asked me, they go, "Who was that guy?" And I said, "I don't know." I go, "Some weirdo who's bothering me." I go, "Do you know him?" They go, "No." I go, they go, "What were they bothering you about?" I said, "Just about trying to check my bags or something." And they said, "Wow, wow, that's weird." And so then I selected a movie, and then checked out the movie and the headphones, and went and sat down, okay, and to watch the movie that I had checked out. And then when I sat down, I started a new audio file, because my digital tape recorder was running. I have it running on me at all times. And so what I did was I sat down, and then the next thing I know, campus safety is coming in the room with the guy, okay? And they started approaching me and asking me for my ID. But guess what? As they were asking me for my ID, the guy that went and got him, he walked behind the media counter and stood there throughout the whole time of this going on, okay? And the media center employees said they didn't know who he was. Later, about a week and a half later, I remember I highly believe that guy waited on me before in the media room, okay? So anyways, then they played a big gigantic game with concerning my identification. Now, this video is already almost, because I'm taping the verbal statements I'm making right now in this video, and my tape recorder is saying that this video file is almost 25 minutes long. And video cameras, from what I understand, only allow 29-minute videos. I don't know if actually this one does or not. This is a brand new camera. I've only had it a few days. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I'm going to stop this particular video, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video to help explain to you, so I can explain to you in depth what happened and how I got arrested. And I don't know if this video camera shuts itself off after it reaches a 29-minute video recording. Okay, and I don't want to, there's no sense in risking it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop making this video file, and I hope and pray, and I'm not going to make another video. And then I'm going to upload this one and that one to YouTube. And I'm going to title both of them. Okay? This one will be labeled number 1 with its title. And the next one that I make, which will be a continuation of this event, okay, will be number 2 with the same title. It'll just be labeled number 2 at the end of the title. That YouTube title will be copied and pasted into the description of this YouTube video. Okay? And I hope and sincerely pray that somebody watches this, especially possibly an uncorrupted lawyer in San Diego County, because now the city's attorney's office, it's now almost July. This happened in February, over 5 months ago, and the city attorney's office is stonewalling sending this to the court, because I have already made videos stating that I'm going to want a trial. Okay, and cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Now, I was being gang stalked on SDSU campus on a feverish scale, even by media staff, and the media supervisor threatened to ban me one day just because I was eating something when I first started going there. I didn't really know that you weren't allowed to eat anything, and I was only eating, I think, a Tootsie Roll. Anyways, and I caught him on audio file threatening to have me banned. I also got him on audio file along with media center employees saying gang stalking right out in the open. Okay? And I had numerous audio files and video files that are already online showing this method and tactic being utilized around me everywhere I go, including at SDSU, even 1 week before this happened, on 1/26/2013. They were finally uploaded in March. Yeah. So, because after I got evicted from SDSU, I had to find another library that I could use in order to upload my videos. This is before I bought my laptop that I bought at the end of May, on May 29th. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop this particular video, and I'm going to start another one, and this next one will be a continuation of this event. Thank you.